Maybe you've noticed your arms looking a little smaller, or maybe you've caught yourself saying, "oof," every time you stand up, like it's part of a sacred ritual. If you're over 60, this is all too familiar territory. The frustrating part? You're not even doing anything wrong. You eat decent meals. Maybe you go for walks. You try. And yet your muscles keep packing up like they've got better things to do. But what if I told you there's one scientifically backed ingredient that helps rebuild muscle? Even if you never lift a single dumbbell, sounds like snake oil, right? Something you'd see on late-night infomercials sandwiched between hair regrowth spray and Miracle Wrinkle Cream. Except this one is legit. It's called HMB, short for beta-hydroxy-beta-methylbutyrate, which sounds like something a mad scientist would yell before transforming into a lizard. But don't worry, this stuff is no gimmick. HMB is actually something your body already makes, just in tiny, barely there amounts. It's a byproduct of leucine, which is one of the key amino acids found in high-protein foods like chicken, eggs, and dairy. Think of leucine as the muscle builder and HMB as its secret weapon. When you eat protein, your body breaks it down, sends leucine into action, and that eventually gets turned into HMB, which then does something truly amazing. It tells your muscles, "Hey, don't go anywhere, stay strong." But here's the twist nobody talks about. As we age, the whole conversion system between leucine and HMB goes out of whack. It's like trying to make coffee with a clogged machine. You're pouring in the beans, but nothing's coming out. By your 50s, that conversion slows. After 60, it's barely functional. Which means even if you're eating all the protein your doctor recommends, your body may not be making enough HMB to keep your muscles from breaking down. And that's not even the worst part. The older your muscles get, the more stubborn they become. They develop something scientists call anabolic resistance, which is just a fancy way of saying your muscles stop responding to the usual build and repair signals. So even if HMB is there, your muscle cells kind of shrug and say, I'll pass. That's why strength loss becomes such a sneaky villain after 60. You're doing the same things, but getting weaker. Now here's where things get kind of revolutionary. Studies show that supplementing directly with HMB, instead of relying on your body to convert it, can actually help preserve and rebuild muscle, even if you don't exercise. Yeah, you heard that right. Even if the most lifting you do is a cup of tea and a remote control, StormB still gets to work inside your body. How? Well, HMB has two big superpowers. First, it stops muscle breakdown. It literally turns off the enzymes responsible for breaking down muscle protein. Second, it tells your body to start building again. It activates the same cellular pathways, like mTOR, that heavy lifting would, except without the squats and deadlifts. It's like sending a motivational speech straight into your muscles' group chat. Some of the most impressive studies involve seniors who were stuck in bed after surgery, illness, or just long periods of inactivity. Normally, that kind of bed rest is a muscle death sentence. But those who took HMB held on to their muscle mass. One group even improved their strength and mobility. Another study found that people who took HMB for just 10 days while lying in bed didn't lose muscle at all, while those without it lost significant tissue. That's unheard of. It's like pausing aging, in muscle terms at least. And get this, there was another clinical trial with nursing home residents. These weren't folks hitting the treadmill. After 12 weeks of HMB, they increased their grip strength by almost 14% and leg strength by nearly 18%. That's not just lab numbers. That's real-world independence. That's get up on your own strength. That's I can carry my groceries confidence. Now, to be clear, HMB isn't a miracle. It's not going to turn you into a superhero, but it gives your body a chance to fight back. It slows the muscle drain, builds back what you've lost, and keeps you stable even when life slows you down. The kind of stable that prevents falls, keeps you mobile, and helps you stay in control of your daily life. Not just strength, but freedom. So how do you use it? The research says anywhere between 1.5 to 3 grams a day, usually split into 2 or 3 doses, so it stays active in your system throughout the day. That's small, that's manageable. That's not even a full teaspoon, but it packs a punch. Of course, always talk to your doctor before jumping into any supplement routine, especially if you're on medications or managing kidney issues. But once you get the green light, HMB can become one of the most powerful tools in your aging toolkit. And this is where things get delicious because HMB isn't flying solo. There are everyday foods that make HMB even more effective. Foods that naturally support the process and feed your muscles from both sides through nutrition and science. Let's start with something simple and often underrated: cottage cheese. Yeah, the thing that looks like it should be eaten by people in the 1950s. Turns out cottage cheese is practically a gold mine of leucine, the same amino acid your body turns into HMB, and it doesn't stop there. It digests slowly, thanks to casein protein, so your body gets a gentle, long-release dose of amino acids overnight. Having some cottage cheese 30 minutes before bed is like tucking your muscles in with a warm blanket. Then there's Greek yogurt, thicker, creamier, trendier cousin to cottage cheese. It's packed with protein and digests at multiple speeds. Some hits you fast, some trickles in over hours. That means a steady stream of muscle fuel. You can dress it up however you want. Sweet with berries, savory in dips, hidden in smoothies. It fits into nearly any meal without much fuss. And we can't forget eggs, nature's little nutrient bombs. They have everything your muscles need, especially leucine, in a super absorbable form. The old fear about egg yolks and cholesterol? Not really a concern anymore for most people. In fact, the yolk has the vitamin D and B complex vitamins that support muscle health directly. So don't ditch it. Embrace the whole egg. Scrambled, boiled, in frittatas, over toast, it's one of the easiest muscle-preserving meals you can make. Now for the heavy hitter, salmon. This fish doesn't mess around. It brings the leucine and also brings omega-3 fatty acids to the table. And those aren't just heart healthy, they're muscle protecting too. Omega-3s fight inflammation, which becomes a major contributor to muscle loss as we age. So when you eat salmon, you're getting a 1-2 punch: fuel for HMB and a fire extinguisher for inflammation. Grill it, bake it, throw it in a salad, or even use canned salmon for salmon patties. Beef might sound like the old school choice, but it's a classic for a reason. Lean beef delivers a huge amount of leucine in small portions. Plus, it's packed with iron, zinc, and creatine, all nutrients that your muscles adore. Especially iron, which helps deliver oxygen to your tissues. If you're tired all the time, low iron could be a big reason. Stir-fry some sirloin with veggies, toss beef into stews, or make a roast and eat it all week. No need to go overboard, just a few servings a week can go a long way. Then we've got whey protein, the modern muscle hack. It's not just for bodybuilders anymore. Whey contains one of the highest concentrations of leucine of any food, and it absorbs fast, like lightning fast. That makes it perfect for that window after activity. Yes, even if the activity was just walking around the block or watering your plants. Mix it into oatmeal, yogurt, smoothies, even soups. If you can stir, you can make it work. And lastly, quinoa, the underdog of grains. Unlike most carbs, quinoa is a complete protein. That means it has all 9 essential amino acids, including, you guessed it, leucine. Plus, it's full of minerals like magnesium and potassium that your muscles use to function properly. Cook up a batch and turn it into salads, bowls, stir-fries, even breakfasts. It's one of the rare carbs that doesn't just fill you up, it builds you up. And the magic isn't in just one food or one supplement. It's in how they all work together. HMB acts as your biochemical backup. These foods provide the building blocks and extra ammunition. Together, they fight the invisible war of muscle loss, quietly, daily, and effectively. Look, you don't need to overhaul your life. You don't need to become a gym rat or hire a personal trainer. You don't need to count macros or start reading every label. Just pick 1 or 2 of these changes. Have a scoop of protein after your morning walk. Try some cottage cheese at night. Grill up salmon once or twice a week. The point is, small steps lead to big stability. And remember, this isn't about vanity. This isn't about six-packs or Instagram selfies. This is about maintaining the muscle you need to get out of a chair without help, to carry groceries, to walk without fear of falling, and to live with independence. Because strength, especially after 60, isn't about showing off. It's about showing up every single day. So give your body what it needs to keep showing up for you. You've got the blueprint. Now it's time to build. And if this made you feel a little stronger already, do me a favor. Like the video, hit subscribe, and maybe share this with someone who needs that nudge. We're all in this aging thing together. Might as well get stronger as a team. Let's stay standing, let's stay moving, let's stay strong. The muscles may try to sneak out the back door, but now you've got HMB on guard duty, and they're not going anywhere.